Have you seen that replay, buddy?
Alright, man, I'm done talking to you.
You can't be done talking to me. You're right here facing me.
I back. Trust me, I back.
Damon! 60 G's, baby!
But I'm not impressed by your performance.
It's normal. Come on, guys. It's normal.
You'll do nothing. You'll do nothing.
I'm the man of the hour, Joe. Too sweet to be sour. What you see is what you get, and what you don't is better yet. I'm the women's pick. I'm the men's regret. And if you win against Chael Sonnen, you made a bad bet.
I don't have much left to say other than you have seen nothing yet.
What's happening, Fight Week Show fans, Fight Week Show people? Then we are back with another episode of Dust Up Shakedown. And joining me tonight are my people. I got McDane in the house, the Rambling Dad. I got the Son of Thunder, Adrian Sanchez, and my boy Olin, MMANomaly. We are back straight off the back of UFC 320. Horrible card. I don't even know why I'm hyped like this, man. Right.
It's a good card. It was a horrible card for betting, though.
It was a horrible. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about my money right here. My money and my points were hurt. They were hurt, bro. You know what I mean? But McDane had a good week. How you feeling, brother? Talk to us.
I'm still riding high, brother. Yeah, I mean, I know you're used to losing 3 points, and that's all that's in it now, son.
Shut your mouth. Oh my days. Hey, yeah, he's been a bad week. He's been a bad week. But hey, someone that can just
your boy got given a pillow, you know. He got given a pillow.
We'll get to that later on, man. We look. We got excuses, man. We got built-in excuses for him, man. We go drop on it later on. You know what I mean?
His rib was a fucking balloon.
Hey, hold on. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. You know what I mean? We'll get to it. That's a good one, though. I like that one there, but that's a fucking good one. But my brother, Adrian, the Son of Thunder, Sanchez, is back in our midst. How you doing, brother? Everything good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm in a good space at the moment, and getting ready for the next one, which I'm sure most know already about it. But yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Good to be with all the boys again.
Yeah, man. We love where you
champion.
We love where you full up, man. We're gonna talk about that in a second. We'll come to Olin, man. Olin, how's your week been, man? Nursing injuries, still going crazy like a motherfucker that you are, bro. You know, he's a monster, bro. He's a monster, my bro. How you doing, bro?
No rest for the wicked, man. I'm doing good. Shoulder doesn't feel great, but you know it is what it is. We're getting some cardio in this week, so we'll get past. And dude, couldn't be happier. I'm sitting with the boys, about to talk about some MMA news, and we got the legend here himself, future champion right now. Let's go. Let's go.
Brother, there's
that was a really good one, McDane.
Congratulations.
There's a news that
I need to find one reason to push that fucking button. Like,
you gave it to me early, bro.
We are 3 minutes in. 3 minutes in, and he's already hit
it. Listen, there's something that we all got to talk about here, man. And this is Adrian Sanchez, you know, getting that fucking, he's got that collar for the strap. He's got that collar to come and defend. I mean, to come and challenge for the 155 undisputed title in the EFC. Adrian, you want to share with the people,
man,
how the news came about, your journey to this fantastic news. And, you know, just give the people the news, man. Let the people hear it.
Yeah, so I'm going to be fighting for the EFC Lightweight Championship on the 4th of December against a legend of the EFC, some claiming to be. Martin van Staden will be defending his belt against me. It will be his first defense as well, since he got the title again. So yeah, that's quite it's the thing I've been training for and gunning for pretty much my whole career. That's like 10 years now that I've been going after the belt. And obviously those that have been following my career know that it was like quite a rocky road getting to this point, like a 50-50 record and coming so close and getting my contender shots and then kind of falling short. But after stringing 2 wins together in the EFC, 2 back-to-back first round finishes, and then getting an international fight in Dubai against an undefeated fighter who I defeated and still am the only one to defeat, because he fought now again in PFL and he won on decision. So I'm still the only one to beat him. And there was a 3-fight win streak that I managed to put together. And then when we came back to Cape Town, back to South Africa, Cape Town, obviously I signed under Madge Management, who's Don Madge. He's got a management team together now. I signed up with him, and since then we were working for getting the title shot. I mean, I told him what my aspirations were and what I was aiming for, and I told him that I wanted a title shot. And yeah, we negotiated with the EFC and the matchmakers and so on, and they decided to give me a shot. They thought, why not? I mean, I'm on a good run. I'm probably the only lightweight at the moment that's doing well, or that's deserving of the shot. So yeah, here we are, 4th of December. It's going down. I'm pretty excited to get in there and do the man dance, as they say, with a name like Martin van Staden. He's been around since the single-digit events for the EFC. Yeah. I remember the last EFC event that I actually watched as a spectator before I had my debut was Martin van Staden versus Joe Cummings. They headlined that event. I think it was EFC 72. I think it could have been, or 76 or something. It was one of those. And I remember sitting there watching it, like, as a spectator and a fan of the sport. And now I get to share the ring with him and fight him for the title. I mean, it's like, I think it's a nice. I mean, I give him all the respect. He's a legend. He's done a lot. He's one of the pioneers for South African MMA in our country. And I just honestly feel like it's a good passing of the baton. I mean, the guy's on the very back end of his career at the moment, but I never count him out. He's a hard puncher. He's got the skills. He's got the experience. But I just feel like I'm more hungry, and obviously, they say the wolf that's on top of the mountain isn't as hungry as the one climbing it. And I've been climbing this mountain my whole career, so I'm starving, and I want to get in there, and I want to get it done. So even it doesn't really matter who it is that I'm facing for the belt, because my job is to get in there and win that belt, and that's what I'm aiming for, whether it be Martin or someone else. It doesn't bother me. So yeah. It's going down, 4th of December, EFC 130. It's going to be the last event of the year, and we're probably going to headline it, and will be the last fight of the year. So,
yes, right.
incredible
Christmas present.
Big congratulations.
Yeah, massive congratulations, bro. You're well deserved on that one. Sorry to jump in over. I just want to jump in whilst he's just finished off telling like painting the picture there, telling us the story. You would just get goosebumps listening to it, and the EFC would be stupid if they don't go run and get some video editing, get some actual footage of you just sitting in the crowd, or even AI footage of a young man sitting in the crowd watching one of this brother's fights.
It's a story, bro.
And just that is a story arc and a half.
I can tell you another story of Martin. Also, he says he doesn't know who I am, and I saw a video that came up today. He was talking about saying he doesn't know much about me. He gave me good props, but he said he didn't know much about me, and he said he only really heard about me when they were like trying to negotiate the fight. That's from what I understand. So I was like, okay, cool. But I followed the UFC since before I was a pro fighter. So I know Martin, I know Boyd Allen, I know like a few of the guys like Gareth McLachlan and all of them. They all come from that time. And I remember it was EFC 80. And I'd lost. That was my first pro fight that I lost. And I remember standing at the bar at the casino buying a beer, and Martin van Staden was standing next to me, but with back towards me, and he was still with like young Driekus before Driekus was like in the he was like becoming the EFC champion, or he had just become the EFC champion, or whatever, and they were all like at the bar, or whatever. And I remember him standing there with his back towards me, and I was already like looking at this guy, and I was like, oh, he's quite a tall dude. Like, I was checking him out. So I already had his number, and I've been like following him, you know, like not keeping tabs on him or anything, but I know who he is. And yeah, so it's like, it's been around. Like, I've seen him before. I've taken note of him, and I've kept note of him, because I always thought to myself, and you know what, it's so funny. I always thought to myself, I said, by the time I get to fight for the championship, it's going to be someone like Martin van Staden. And here we are. So I was like,
unbelievable.
My fights have never been easy.
Bro.
The road for me has never been easy. So I'm just embracing it. And I'm like, fine. If that's the case, if I have to fight for the belt, it's probably going to be a guy like Martin van Staden. And look what happened. So yeah, it's crazy.
Unbelievable story. Unbelievable story. Magdane, did you want to finish your thoughts before I roll in the question, and then you two can
just
piggyback off of
like
it?
I say, they'd be silly not to make a promotional video off of that entire piece that you just described there, especially with the young wolf climbing and the old one sitting at the top here. I mean, that could be like the penultimate ending of the video, is him sitting there whilst you're like just fucking scaling a mountain, dude. Like, but you've done the right thing. Like, obviously you fought in the EFC for quite a while. You said like a 50-50 kind of career going forward, always in banger fights, bro. Yeah, I mean, you've got unbelievable power in your hands. Your skills speak for themselves. You've come up against some experienced opponents already, and you're ready for this fight. But what I thought you did really, really well is the way that you took yourself away from the EFC. You put yourself on the world stage, and you went, yo, I'm Adrian Sanchez. This is who I am, and I'm willing to fight anywhere and anyone. And that's made the UFC go, right.
Yeah.
We gotta do something to keep a hold of this motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Couldn't have said it any better back then. You couldn't have fucking said it any better, brother.
Speaking facts.
100%.
I mean,
yeah, man, it's good. It's been a crazy ride, and like, if you asked me a year and a bit ago, do you see yourself fighting for the championship, I probably would have said no. And it's only because of the situation that I was in and where I was at in that time, my time of life, and just like looking for other avenues, you know, to see what else I can do with my life. But it was just a part of me that just never wanted to give up. It just always came back to fighting. It was always try again, just try again. Don't give up, just try again, just keep trying. And now we're here. So now I believe it. I've always had that little bit of belief in myself, you know. But there were moments where I doubted and thought, there goes the chance. Maybe it's not going to happen. But you just keep going. You just keep trying, and you keep trying. Like, I was speaking to the guys now before we went live. It's easy for people to say, no matter what happens, you know, I'll never give up. Like, it's easy to say that. But as soon as that moment of no matter what, now's that no matter what moment, or now's the time for you not to give up. Most of the time, guys give up. They're like, it's too hard. Like, I can't do it. And I've always told myself, no matter what happens, just try again. Just try again. Just try again. Even if you do get to a point where you feel like, I'm done, just try again. Just keep going. Just get that momentum again. Just pick yourself up, dust yourself off, go again. And I think just from that continuous try again, get up, try again, it's led me here. And I just feel like I'm meant to be here. Like, it really feels like this is where I've been placed, and this is the part of the journey. And I feel like I can do it. I believe I can. And when I do get it right, it's just going to open up more doors for me, and that's the plan. So
what's for you won't
let's
pass
fucking
you,
go.
as they say.
Let's go. Like, I'm ready. Like, I can go tomorrow if they wanted me to. Like, I'm ready to go. That's what I entered this game for, and now I'm gonna get my chance, and I'm gonna make do of it. That's it.
Olin, you got something for Adrian before we start going into the clips and check out what's been going on in the combats world this week. You got something for Adrian?
Yeah, without going too much into the detail of the game plan for this fight, obviously it sounds like though your opponent's claiming to not know who you are, you know him very well. You've known him for some time. Sounds like you were sizing him up the first time you were in line behind him. With that being said, where he is in his career at the back end versus where you are in your career, what's the biggest threat that you think he brings into the cage against you? And what do you think is the best path to victory for yourself?
Well,
Usman
that's a good
knees.
question. And like, just obviously, like, without revealing too much, I know he's a dominant striker. He's very good. He's got a right hand just like me. In some ways, we throw that right hand very similar. He's got a lot of experience behind him as well. I mean, he's been multi-time lightweight champion in the EFC. So I don't take anything away from his knowledge in the game. I mean, he's got nearly 50 professional fights under his belt. Like, he's been fighting since... He's actually been a professional fighter since before the EFC, when it was still like Fight Star back in the day. So he's been fighting for ages. He's got a. You pull his record out, the page roll down like that. But what I think might play against him, and again, for me, age is just a number. Like, I don't, anything can happen when you're in the cage. But like, he's 43 years old, 44 years old. He's not going to have that youthful gas tank, just speaking realistically. I'm in my prime at the moment. I'm 33 years old. I'm hungry. I've been like, this is the thing I've been aiming for, That's why I said the wolf that's on top of the mountain isn't as hungry as the one that's climbing it. And I've been climbing for a long time, and I'm very hungry. So I'm going to do what I can, and I'm going to use the advantages that I have to bring the fight. And I'm going to have the same kind of mindset and approach to this fight like I've had with every fight. Like, I'm there to fight. And I know that if I'm in that fight mode and I'm coming there, I'm going to be a dog, and there's going to be blood. There will be blood. And there will be, it's going to be a fight, like it's going to be a roll, as we say in South Africa. It's going to be a roll, and I'm looking forward to that. And that's what I want. I want it to be a fight. I don't want it to be some technical play, because if that's the case, then I'm just going to do what I normally do, duck my head and come forward and keep coming forward, and just put the pressure on and take over and overwhelm. And that's my plan. So I'm getting super fit for this fight. Like, I'm already at a good place, fit wise, like fitness wise. And yeah, I'm just gonna bring the fight the same as I did with Miroslav. Like, that guy was a dominant striker. He was seen as a bully, and all I did was take the fight to him. I made sure I landed first. I made sure he was on the back foot. I kept pushing forward, and that's what I'm good at, and that's what I'm gonna do when I get in there. I'm gonna bring the fight. I'm gonna make it a fight. It's gonna be uncomfortable for both of us to be in there, because it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight, and that's what I want.
Yeah, man, 100%. It'll be
so sounds like business as usual.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, business as usual. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Just make it better.
Adrian's all business when it comes to getting in the cage, and it'd be remiss of me if I didn't just speak to you, because I see you wearing the shirt PFASA. What the mood must be like in there since the announcement of your fight, because obviously it's something we spoke about when you came back from Dubai, that if Dubai offered you a fight and EFC put something on the table in front of a title fight, is this something that which one would you prioritize? And you made your choice. Very, very well signed on the dotted line. The fight's been announced. But my question to you is, repping your gym and going for the lightweight strap, something you've been chasing for the last 10 years to get to this point. Your coach, Mr. Mike Monami, your teammate in Tumelo, also fighting for the title next month, right? The gym must be beaming. Like, what's it like? What's the energy like? What's the atmosphere like? And how's everybody?
I'm happy that you brought. I'm happy that you brought me into it as well. I was going to mention that I'm not the only one fighting for a strap, but to me as well. Yes, and he's going to be fighting against Vali van Rooyen, who's also a bloody good fighter, also just shot up the ranks. And that's going to be a good fight. Like, if you guys want to see a nice, like, sharp, technical, good, like, skills of display, that's going to be a good fight. And I think Tumi is more than deserving. He should have got the title fight long time ago when Gift was still champion. They offered the fight. They wanted Tumelo to fight Terence Palello, but Terence didn't want to fight. He didn't want to fight him. I don't know what the excuse was there, but he didn't want to fight him. And then they offered him a title fight. So they're like, cool, I'll take it. So talking about Tumi now, before I answer your question, this is something interesting as well. I told Toomey, like a year ago, before that devastating knockout that I received, I told Toomey, I was like, my bro, one day we are going to take a photo underneath that PFA banner in the gym. I'm going to have a belt. You're going to have a belt. Mike's going to be in the middle, and we're going to take a photo. I told him this. I told him I had a vision, and this is what I see. Now we're at the forefront of this thing. Like, he's fighting in November. He's got a good chance of winning that belt. I think he will take it. He wins in November. I win in December. We're going to take that photo. And I mentioned this and said this to him like end of 2023. That's when I told him.
Wow.
And then I got knocked out, and then I went to Paul, and then he obviously got the Ultimate Fighter thing, and like we went on different paths, but now it's like it's just come back to that point. So we're excited. Like myself and Toomey, we talk about it. We're like, yo, bro, we're gonna get it right. We're gonna get it right. Him and I, we've been putting a lot of work in together. I mean, I've been telling him it's like champ shit only. Like, we've been training, we've been putting in the work. Mike's excited. I think Mike's already championed like 5 guys. He's in the EFC, and myself and Toomey will be 6th and 7th champions to be under, like,
lucky
guys that is championed underneath the PFA. Yeah, lucky number 7, eh? So, yeah, it's quite a buzz in the gym. You know, everybody is like excited to see us fight. They're really motivating and encouraging us. Like, people want to train with us. They want to help us where they can, and it's just a really, really good vibe where the gym's at right now. And I think with myself and Toomey, we can pull this off, and we get those belts. We're gonna just solidify PFA on the map even more than what it already is, you know. And I think Mike's gonna be so proud of us. Like, really, he doesn't want anything. Like, the thing about him is, like, we'll give him praise, and we'll say, oh, thank you, coach, for everything today. And he's always like, no. He's like, I don't want anything else. All I want is for you guys, if you want to say thank you to me and show appreciation, win your fights. Give me a good performance. So we like really training our best to get that done. So yeah, I'm excited for it. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good year, end of the year for PFA.
Yeah, but for me, you know, it's one aspect of fighters that, you know, I don't think, you know, enough light is shed on a lot of the times, you know, especially when you've gone through the grind together, and then you get to the point where you're about to reap the rewards. The coaches that get you there, your training partners, you know, all your, even your nutritionist, your doctor, they're all, you know what I mean, they've all helped you get there. And you know, it's a village sort of thing. And yeah, I love shedding light on shit like that, man. That's my shit right there. All right, people, let's get into the first clip. And we're gonna circle back later on to some of the clips that's gonna get MacD. He's gonna be chin wagging today, man. I've tried to drag it out as long as I could. I tried to drag it out as long as I could.
Let's go for that.
But yeah, let's go here. Let's start here, man. Let's start here. Why don't we start here? Let's go.
Today it is being reported that Magomed Ankalaev fought Alex Pereira with a broken rib. Footage circulating on social media appears to show the injury, reportedly recorded just 20 days before the fight. Ankalaev's team allegedly tried to prevent him from fighting.
Can you ask him like where it spreads, if it spreads like this way or up and down? So here, this way, and this way, or it's like up? Like, is it more this way?
This way.
Okay. Which one hurts more? 1 or 2?
This.
1 or 2?
Alex Pereira posted footage of him rewatching the fight. His team thinks he broke a couple of Ank's ribs himself.
Essa aí, meu irmão. Porra, aqui por dentro e o outro criscou. Aí o esperto ali, mostrar por dentro. Ninguém vai dar movimento, ficou difícil. Aí parou, chutei. Essa aí já foi uma. Agora, de novo, ó. Oi! Aí eu senti legal. Sentiu mesmo, olha lá. Aí agora quando eu chutar a terceira, já vai virar, já virou. Trocou. Aí eu chutei, ó, põe só um pontinho no pé, ó, tá vendo? Pô, pegou aqui, ó, galera. O Ali falou assim. Aí, vou te falar que quebrou as duas costelas ali, né? Sai que nem o Alessandro assim agora, ó.
Hey, Magdalene, I'm gonna give you the floor first. Then I want to come to Adrian and ask him, you know, in terms of giving excuses and that. But Magdalene,
McDane's been waiting for this all day.
I'm coming. That's why I'm not even fucking wasting time. I just gonna give you the floor, man. Fucking, how about it, bro?
You know how long I've been waiting for this? I'm about to make a name for myself here.
What, bro? You've been speaking to Ali Abdelaziz or what? You've been getting your boys' little fucking excuses in the bag? Are you ready for this, son? What's your man doing going up there and winning, going for a world title defense on 20 days' notice of broken ribs? You know what I mean? Are you stupid or what?
Send him 2-3 years Dagestan and forget.
What is it Islam said about this man? You know what I mean? Feed him, they were saying. You know what I mean? Give Alex
him to
Ankalaev.
Ankalaev beats him.
Ankalaev take him down. Ankalaev tried to take him down. Bro got postured off of, scrambled a little bit, and then just fucking elbowed into hell and given a pillow on his way down. You know what I mean? That man put a blanket on.
It wasn't just coming in, bro.
He took that motherfucker in. You know what I mean? Told him a good night story, and then...
It wasn't just coming in, bro. It was like he had a broken ribs.
That shit. Don't give me that shit, bro. Like you not see if he was injured and coming in, you wouldn't have came in. Straight up. If you've got broken ribs and you're going to be defending your title,
that was recorded 20 days before the fight, bro.
And as scary as Alex Pereira, you ain't taking that fight, bro. You ain't being stupid. You ain't being stupid. You know what I mean? That's some backwards ass mountain boy bullshit. That's what that was.
Unless you got someone crazy convincing you to.
Like Ali Abdelaziz. You know what I mean? He ain't going to be.
Well, no.
Ali came out and said,
no,
you know.
Ali's
like, Ali's on that smoke. Oh,
do we need to add Ali to the bus?
He knows everything.
No. That's no way you
on that bus, bro.
No.
Never go on that bus. Yeah, I mean,
he had nothing to do with this.
Ali's in the garage changing tires, son. That's what Ali's in the garage changing the tires.
He had nothing to do with this, bro. You know what I mean? Ali had nothing to do with this. But hey, Magdalene, look, I hear you. I don't understand. There's no way on the title defense you're coming in with a broken rib. But Adrian, I want to come to you on this. Right. The first thing is, do you think that releasing that video is some form of excuse to the loss and how bad and how dominant the loss was? Or do you think it's a reason for the loss, given how good you think or know that Ankalaev is? Which one is it for you?
Okay, so firstly, I have to agree. Like, if your rib was broken, like 20 days before a title fight, you don't take the fight. You man up and you take it as it is. You bite the bullet. You say, listen, I'm injured. I can't. Especially on a title defense. It's like, what the fuck? That's so stupid. Then posting a video and stuff, you know, people are, I think it's just them trying to make excuses for the loss and like, oh, but he had a broken rib, blah, blah, blah. But then why take the fight? Why take the fight? Now, I don't want to take anything away from Alex Pereira, though, because in my opinion, every time Alex Pereira has lost a fight, he's always avenged it. And he's good at doing that. And he just did that. That's in my opinion. And now, because that happened, they might be using that as an excuse, trying to take that away from Alex and be like, no, he was injured, trying to get now maybe a third fight happening so they can get a chance to win.
Yeah, but do you think he deserves a trilogy, or UFC is just like?
Nah,
he's one
They're 1-1.
They're 1-1.
1-1. Yeah,
but
let's say
if
he did go in with a broken rib, then I wouldn't give him a rematch, because then it's your own stupidity that you went in there with a broken rib and now you lost the fight.
Even more of for me, actually, it's even more of a reason for the company to give him the rematch, because he actually helped fucking make the card, rather than just run off in the last fucking hour of building the whole card on him.
But if you look at it from a business perspective, okay, cool. But
they're going to look at it like that because he's always kind of been a company man anyways, you know what I mean?
I think if they have a trilogy fight, Alex wins.
Wayne knows.
You've got to think. Right. You've got to think that the brass, the UFC, Dana White, Hunter Campbell, etc. They all are a bigger fan of Magomed Ankalaev than they are of Arman Tsarukyan. Right? Arman Tsarukyan pulled out and cost them probably $5 to $12 million on a day's notice.
Loves this story.
It's fucking facts, bro. I was highly impressed. I was highly impressed. I went to that event, bro. The day before, they had all the merch with Arman Tsarukyan. He pulled out that day, and the next day, they had the wall scroll. They had all the merch with fucking Money Moicano. That shit was, like, from a business standpoint, that's a shit ton of money they threw away. And it's also impressive as fuck, dude.
Ankalaev saved them that. It's my point.
You gotta give him that.
And he's got to be rewarded for that.
They don't want no. He's got to
be rewarded for that.
Shut up, stop.
All right.
So he just said within 24 hours, less than 24 hours, these man pulled it out the bag, had merch changed, and fucking everything. This motherfucker was going to give him 20 days notice, and you think he saved them?
He saved them, because he did.
On 20 days notice, I do think that he should have pulled out of the fight.
You definitely.
I'm going to agree with McDane and Adrian here.
For the argument of a trilogy, no trilogy. You think? Go and look at the title defenses that Alex had up until that first fight.
Yeah,
what's Ank done? Nothing. Then had the direct rematch with Pereira because he deserved it at that time. Yeah. Ank beat him once. Then got the rematch. Went in with broken ribs and then fucked it. And everybody no, stop. And everybody was like on the big Ank bus for a little while. Mate, I even picked Ankalaev this weekend. I thought it was going to be a similar style fucking fight. And I said just before, I was saying to everybody before we went in, Pereira needs to come in fast and needs to come in aggressive, and he doesn't want to get back onto the back foot.
Right.
Doesn't want to get put on the back foot like he did in that first fight at all. Yeah, I mean, he needs to come in and do what he fucking did. And Glover and Pereira then talked after the second fight about Alex's mindset and where he was at, and think about how active that motherfucker was to then go into that fight. Dude probably was exhausted if you think about how many fights he had leading up to that, how many times he saved the UFC, how many times he pulled off one of the biggest cards in the year.
Also the amount of media he was doing before the last fight.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, so they never came out 2 days after the last fight where he lost and went, "Oh, Alex was tired. He's been doing all of this stuff. It's been so much for him. He's gone from drinking in the bar to crazy fame." You know what I mean? Up until after this fight, they've now gone, he wasn't even the best Alex that he was in that first fight, and now you've seen what he actually should have been able to do.
I ain't gonna lie. Look, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Yeah, right. Look, my bias.
You ain't got to lie, Craig.
My bias. You dickhead. You dickhead. You dickhead. My biasness is clouding my judgment, man. You know what I mean? I can fully admit to that. I put my hands up like Drusky. You know what I mean? My biasness is clouding my judgment on this whole card. This whole card fucking just pissed me the fuck off, man. You know, I had some good times, and then it got to the fucking main event. And McDane, before I turn it over to Olin, the boss is about to get active, brother. Yeah? And it's that bald front that's going underneath it.
Right, okay.
Crossover. Remember while it was sat on the stream, tried to line that shit up back then, and we called him out. Like, bro, don't be rooting for Ankalaev and be trying to root for fucking Poatan at the same time.
Hey, do you know who else picked Ankalaev and then turns up on his next stream?
I always hedge my bets, brother. Always. And you can go back and watch previous streams. I've always been a big fucking fan of Pereira. But I also thought that stylistically this fight would play out very similar to the way the first fight did, if not better, in favor of Ankalaev. So jumping in, guys, like I think all parties can be right. I think he can be using this as an excuse. It can be the absolute truth. And it can also be fucking stupid as hell to take a title fight on 20 days notice with a broken rib. He should have pushed the fight back. He should have renegotiated the deal, and he should have given himself time to recover. It was very evident that there was something wrong, right? And do I disagree with Alex and his video post-fight saying that he maybe broke a couple ribs? No, absolutely not. I've seen broken ribs. I've had broken ribs. I know how they happen, and those elbows can definitely cause them. Do I think that he also could have come into that fight with a broken rib as well? Absolutely. Right. And I think from the video, correct me if I'm wrong, it looked like it was a rib on the right side that was popped. And I would imagine Alex popped a handful of them on the left side where he was elbowing. So, again, I think all sides of the story could be true. Do I think that Magomed made a mistake IQ-wise taking this fight? 1,000%. It was not the fucking move if he did come into it with a broken rib.
Yeah,
do I think
Pereira
Alex would have...
fight?
What's that?
Pereira fucked his toe up in the fight. You've seen him trying to bend that shit back into place at the end of it.
He broke his index toe. You could tell. I think it's when he shuffled in to start landing the ground and pound, he stepped on it weird. But yeah, I mean, like we see that kind of stuff all the time, right? Like Adrian can speak to this. I don't like I know a lot of fighters that do this, amateur and professional, and I can't tell you how often they've ever gone into a fight, amateur or professional, without an injury. For the most part, people enter these fights with some kind of injury. They're very often not 100%. So it's up to you to make that judge call and say, am I not okay enough to where I should call this and not take this fight? And this is unfortunately a situation where Magomed simply should have done that.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Full Mount MMA. Salute to those guys. We run their videos on here. If you don't know who they are, go check them out. Check out their page. They put good work on every single day, updating the MMA community on what's going on, current events and stuff like that. We got another video right here. And this one speaks to, just paying homage to Sharma, because I've not really had a chance to really pay my respects to Alex Pereira, because I've just been hating. I've been hating.
You had your chance, Trevor, and you did slash.
Bro, I couldn't wait for that stream to end, bro. Like from when that fight ended, I couldn't hear anything. My red mist, I went trying to listen to nothing, but I'm fighting for my life over here tonight.
And hey, real quick, because I know you laughed at me when I said this, bro. I don't want to see a trilogy rematch, right? I just think both, like, he is deserving because they are 1-1.
I didn't laugh at you, bro. I just don't agree with it.
I mean, I think we all know what the next fight's going to be. It's either going to be John Jones or Tom Aspinall at the White House, I think. It's just
100%. But we'll talk about that in a minute. But this video right here, paying more homage to Pereira. Let's have a look.
Glover Teixeira had his entire gym practicing the same combo Alex Pereira knocked out Magomed Ankalaev with.
What's that drill? What's that drill? What's that drill? Huh? What is this drill? Let's go, guys. Alex Pereira. Overhand here. Yeah, that overhand. Get that overhand. Get that overhand. Switch and go. Let's go. Let's go. Finish with that. Finish with the elbow. Overhand. Drop him with the overhand. Drop him with the overhand. Over the top. Over the top. Time.
I mean, Adrian, I gotta come to you, man, because you live in an environment like this, bro. Like, what's it like when you go into a cage fight and the combo you used to finish the fight, you go back in the gym and everybody's learning that sequence. Like, everybody's learning, and the coach is going crazy and everybody's learning. Like, look at the energy in that gym, man. What's it like to have, to just have somebody like Alex Pereira in a gym like that where you can drive so much energy?
Yeah, no, it's crazy how your wins and the things that you do in the cage and stuff affects people in the gym. I've had one or two people, one of the boxers actually, his name's Innocent. He came to me the one day and he was like, bro, he's like, you got to show me how you set up your overhand. He's like, please show me how you do your overhand. So we go and we do some pad work together in the classes and stuff. And he's like, okay, show me how you do the overhand. So it's cool to know that you can influence like a whole community like that. Now I've tried this thing that you've kind of like trademarked, or this movement that you did that works. And so yeah, no, it's cool. It's a cool thing to see, and I think that's so funny. Like, I think he's actually taking Glover's actually taking a piss of Ankalaev, and then it's like, oh, this is the move we used to beat him up. Now we're gonna teach everybody in the gym how to do it.
Bro, like,
that laugh at the end killed me.
And that was the best bit. That's what had me howling, dude. Like, Glover post-fight career has been incredible. Like,
he's like one of the happiest dudes ever. He's like one of the happiest guys ever.
He is, man. I feel like we've grown to know him more after he finished his fighting career. Like, it's been fucking phenomenal to see. Like, that.
It's good to see.
Pairing
It's good to
of
see.
a coach and a fighter.
Good vibes all around,
like, from a previous lightweight holder. Light heavyweight holder to a new one. Like, it's fucking
that's his prodigy, man. That's his prodigy right there. Olin, I mean, you train with high level fighters as well, and we've seen a lot of the times, where a video is released afterwards, where fighters are learning a sequence before they go into a fight, and then it's the Hail Mary that wins the fight for them. That actual sequence. I mean, was it like seeing things like that? We've got instances, as you know, and I'm sure you're going to bring them up, but having to learn a sequence and then it work out for you in a fight. What do you think that feeling feels like, bro?
Man, I mean, that feeling that he had in front of that many people, I can't even fathom. I can't begin to imagine. But I mean, learning that backstage, learning that probably exact sequence or similar sequence before the fight, and then being able to go out there and execute at such a high level, I would tell you the most comparable thing to it is whatever the strongest drug in the world is, because there's not going to be anything else in the world that can make you feel that high. You know what I mean?
Oh, wonder.
Stupid. No, but it's like, honestly, like these guys, they go out there and they give it their all. Like I fought in a fucking smoker, and I had maybe like 15 or 20 people chanting my name, and I didn't know that many people in the gym knew my name. And that to me was like one of the greatest highs I've ever achieved. And like, I've done crazy shit, right? For adrenaline. Like I've gone skydiving, and I can tell you the high I got that day in the gym was a bigger high than jumping out of an airplane. So I got to think that Alex will continue doing this for as long as his body will permit him to, just so he can keep on having those moments to remember for the rest of his life. And as far as what McDane was saying about Glover Teixeira, I think that's absolute facts, man. We've learned more about this guy in his post-fight career than we did when he was actually out there displaying himself in the most vulnerable way inside of an octagon against other grown men. As Adrian said earlier, doing the man dance, right, for our entertainment. So I love to see it on both sides. Like it's yesteryear's champions sharing that knowledge and that wealth of experience with tomorrow's legends. So it's everything you want to see in this sport as a fan.
Yeah, man, 100%. We've seen, we see Alexa Grasso, practicing that setup before she got Shevchenko with it. We see Leon Edwards practicing
Mike Brown, Jorge Masvidal.
Right there,
Conor McGregor, Aldo.
Kamara Wilson. He's a bum.
I knew this one was gonna roll at some point. But we've seen fighters come out with sequences like that, like they were literally putting that same sequence together and they used it in a high stakes and it delivered for them. So, who knows would that sequence that Glover's teaching these kids now, who knows who's gonna win with it, so we keep an eye on that. There's another guy that deserves his flowers. And let's get to that one here, and I'm going to come to Olin when this video is done. Let's go.
Daniel Cormier says he considers Merab Dvalishvili to be the greatest bantamweight in UFC history.
And I believe, without a shadow of a doubt, look, man, all credit to the greats. Dominic Cruz being the one that I believe was the greatest bantamweight of all time by far when you combine everything he did in the WEC and everything he did in the UFC. There is no doubt in my mind that Merab Dvalishvili is the greatest bantamweight that has ever fought in the UFC, Chael. And I don't know, the history of the game a little better than me. But from my eyes, I've never seen anybody better in this weight class.
Olin, I remember the last fight that Merab had. And after his win, and we was all banging on about how good it was. And, McDain and Cross did put it to me that is he GOAT status for you now? Because I hold Aldo up there so high. And I said I need to see one more. I saw one more. You saw one more. We saw one more together. And Cross asked me again, does this fight put him in that GOAT status for you? I says, yeah. And I said at the time I needed to see one more. He gave me what I wanted. Did you get what you wanted from that fight? Does he deserve to be on the GOAT status?
Yeah, I mean, like there's a phrase that kids say that I think is absolutely ridiculous, but I'm going to use it here because I think it's probably the most appropriate phrase to use. Like this fight just felt like he was aura farming, as the kids say, right? Like he was just out there spamming takedowns. At one point, he's like, fuck this, I'm just going to throw. And he went out and just fucking threw hands in the second round. He almost dropped Corey. He actually did drop him. He made him take a knee and go for a takedown on the fucking wrestler, the greatest, most dominant wrestler in the sport right now, in my opinion. He already entered this fight with the most takedowns in not bantamweight history, but UFC history. And then he racked up another 17? Like the guy's an absolute animal. Like I said it on the live stream. I'll say it again here for anybody that missed it. One of my coworkers who has never watched UFC in his life texted me during the Jiri Prochaska fight. And I was like, oh man, he's having the blast. He's having like the time of his life watching this fight. And then he's going to watch the Machine probably spam takedowns, and I was worried that he's going to be turned off by that in comparison. Then he texted me 4 rounds in, and he's like, this animal isn't even sitting down in between rounds. If he did that to me for 20 minutes and is jumping up and down in between rounds in his corner smiling, I'm literally just tapping out at the open of the next round. I don't want this to continue. This isn't fun. It's embarrassing. Like, and that's what Merab does, though, and he does it to world-class fighters. He takes people that look like absolute world breakers and he makes them look extremely mortal, extremely average. And that's what he did, unfortunately, on Saturday night to someone that we all thought had a chance in there against him. And all credit to Corey. I mean, he looked good in the first round. It's probably the best round anybody's ever had against Merab Dvalishvili, other than the one time we've seen him lose in the octagon. So the guy's a beast. Do I put him on Mount Rushmore? Absolutely. And if we're talking a bantamweight Mount Rushmore, he's the lead head on that mountain, man. He's the guy. He surpasses the Dominic Cruzes of the world with this performance, and I think it was probably worth having the conversation that maybe he did in the last performance over Umar.
100%. I got a video each for McDain and Adrian as well. It's all about Merab, different videos. So we're going to come to this next video here, and I'm going to come to you, McDain. Let's hear it.
Henry Cejudo thinks if Merab Dvalishvili moved up to featherweight, he would be able to beat Alexander Volkanovski.
I think what's next for Merab is the winner of Umar Nurmagomedov and Mario Bautista. I think because of that close fight that he did have with Umar. I mean, I feel like it's well deserved, especially if he gets through a guy like Mario Bautista. And that's it, bro. The winner of this fight, Merab beats the winner out of this fight of Mario and Bautista. I think he should go up to 145 pounds. You know what? Call me crazy, Kush. But I do feel that if he does go up to 145 pounds, I think he could beat Alexander Volkanovski. I really do, man. If he's been able to do that to the majority of all of us, bro, imagine him feeling even better up a weight division. He could bring some problems to Volkanovski or anybody at 145 pounds, dude.
Hey, back then, how you feeling about what Triple C said there? First of all, let's talk about the Mario Bautista versus Umar Nurmagomedov. If you think that's a good number one contender fight, I think Mario Bautista he's been on a tear, you know, and Umar coming off his skid. So maybe that's not a bad idea there, but even better, you know, this is everybody propping up Merab in his greatness and what he's done in the 135 division. But talking about him going to 145 and mopping up Alex Volkanovski, what do you think to that?
I think this brother could go flyweight, take the title, come back, defend, go up to featherweight, take the title, come back, defend, go down to flyweight, take the title, come back, defend, rinse and repeat. Like before Alex even got there and potentially ever became a free weight champion, Merab could do the same fucking thing. The dude is a machine. You know what I mean? I'm a machine. Like it's
you keep smoking, I'll keep winning.
Joe Rogan and Yoel Romero, you have to be a machine. You know what I mean? But it's fucking dude's unbelievable, man. He's absolutely relentless. Like Owen said, you couldn't have actually put it any better. He makes unbelievable fighters look like they shouldn't even be in there. You know what I mean? Like to the Mario Batista and Umar fight. I don't know if anybody wants to see him fight Umar again. Like, it was a good fight to begin with, but then he just started taking over like he does. But I think we want to see him against somebody fresh, and that would be Mario Batista, who you say has been on a tear. Got a little bit of stick after the Aldo fight. Fair enough, you know what I mean? But he did what he had to do to win that fight, to be fair. Yeah. But
sometimes you got to do that.
Marab called out Petr Yan, and I'm game for seeing that fight again.
Yeah.
I am game for seeing that fight again. Like, I know, again, we say Marab, he makes fucking world-class fighters just walk amateur. But since the loss to Marab, Petr Yan has come a long way again. This dude just seems to pick himself up and just keeps on coming back. You know what I mean? Like, I'd love to... Petr Yan was a good champ, in my opinion. I was quite happy. I enjoyed seeing him. I wanted to see him get the belt back again. I thought he was quite dominant in his time too. So I'd be down for seeing that fight, because that's just cardio versus cardio. Marab's got the takedown, but Yan's got that little, I'm going to grab your neck and trip you. You know what I mean? He just does that little trip, man. I fucking love it, where he just steps off to the side, grabs him, and just goes, whoop, see you later. Like, it's money all day. Absolute money.
Always
and
there
I'd love
for
to
him.
see that fight. Yeah, but I think Marab does what he's done to everybody else against Mario Batista. Mario Batista is legit, but if he gets there and into that position, his grappling that he's utilized to beat the people he's fought so far isn't going to work the same against somebody like Marab.
Do you think he mops Volkanovski at 145, and who's going to be the underdog in that fight?
I think he does. I think Volk would be the underdog in the bookies' eyes.
Whoa, for real?
100%.
I pray to God you're wrong, because if for a second Marab is plus odds, I am hammering those odds, bro. I'm hammering the fuck out of that line.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I think over 5 rounds, he'll beat him.
This is Alexander the Great we're talking about.
I know, bro. I think he'll have a little bit more success on the feet, but Marab takes it and keeps on coming, son. The dude doesn't give up. He doesn't stop moving. Whether he's punching you, whether he's kicking you, whether he's putting a little knee into the side of your leg or into your stomach.
But Alex fights like that as well. That's exactly how fucking Volkanovski fights. He's relentless.
Marab can go up to lightweight and take the belt from Ilya if he wanted to. But he won't do that to his Georgian brother.
You might have gassed it up now, man. I swear to God.
That's an interesting.
You would say that if Islam was there. You'd never fucking say that if Islam was there.
No, I would not. Because I don't think he beats Islam. Islam's too big for him.
Too big.
And just like you said earlier in the show, there's bias connected to that response, big dog.
Right. Adrian, did you know that Islam broke Owen's pinky finger in training one day?
Really? Why didn't you fuck him up?
Why didn't I fuck him up? Are you kidding me? He barely spoke any English and he was horrifying.
That story.
He did it through a kick shield, Adrian.
Where you did,
through
Adrian?
a kick shield, bro. I was literally doing turnout drills, and he's like, "Brother, are you okay?" Like 10 minutes later, he's like, "You okay? I think I hit bone." And I'm like, "I'm good, I think." And then afterwards, I sat in my car and I'm like, "There's definitely something very wrong with my hand," and it was a fucking balloon.
I would have fucked him up. I would have been like, my fucking finger, bro.
Adrian, I love you, but I'm not 100% confident in those odds.
Unbelievable.
I kicked him in the nuts.
2-3 years Dagestan and forget.
I got a video here for you, Adrian. I got a video here for you. Again on Merab, and this is the last one we're going to do on Merab before we jump onto the next one that's on the docket. But yeah, I want to get your take on this one, Adrian. Let's hear it.
Despite losing to Merab twice now, Sean O'Malley still believes he's the only bantamweight capable of beating him.
To beat Merab, you just have to land that shot. You have to be able to snipe him. And he was getting a little bit more reckless. The more confident he gets into striking, the more gaps it leaves open to be caught. That's just the only. I don't see really anyone being. I do think I'm the only. I hate to say it. I hate to say it. I'm the only one that can beat him. They give me a shot at the White House. Now I gotta go out there and get some wins. But I don't see anyone really beating Merab anytime soon. He needs to be clipped, needs to be knocked out and put to sleep to beat him. And I just don't really see anyone other than myself being able to do that.
Adrian, being somebody that's put people to sleep and being on the end of one yourself, I think you can speak to this a little bit to what Sean O'Malley is saying there. Even though he's lost to Merab twice, is there logic to what he's saying in terms of the style that Merab fights, and the only way to really get him out of there is to knock him the fuck out because you're not going to outwork him?
Yeah, I think anybody, you know, has that puncher's chance to that, and anyone can get knocked out. So I think if you maybe, you know, if you got the precise accuracy and you can handle his pressure and you can get that time shot in, I mean, it doesn't even need to be a punch. It could be a knee strike or something. Just needs to be put in the right spot. But Sean O'Malley saying that he's the only one that can beat him, I mean, anyone can throw a good punch and land it. And Sean's had, 10 rounds with him already, and he couldn't do it. I mean, if it's going to happen, it should have happened already in that 10 rounds. I mean, 5 minutes, 10 times, that's like an hour's worth of chances that you had. But yeah, I mean, anybody with a good shot
Adrian's
lands in the right spot.
He's speaking facts, bro.
No, but it's the truth. Oh, exactly. I mean, you had 10 rounds with the guy and you couldn't do it, and you say you're the only one that can beat him. I mean, if you're the only one that can beat him, you should have beat him already, and it hasn't happened. But he does have a point. Like, you know, anybody that gets clipped in the right spot will go down. I mean, that's how humans are designed. That's how we are created. That's how it works. But to land that shot on Merab with his pressure, and the way I like to describe him, he's like an engine. Like, he just doesn't stop. That guy just doesn't stop. So, and the fact that he moves around so much is already makes it difficult, because in order for you to land that strike, you got to have him in that position, and he's always moving. He's always moving. So your crosshair is always going like this, trying to keep up with him. So for you to time the shot, it's going to take something. But it can happen. There's always that chance that it can happen. But yeah, Sean O'Malley, I don't think it'll be him.
You should rewrite the kid's story of the little engine that could, and have it star Merab.
It's just Merab running on a train track.
I mean, Merab's crazy.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to cook this up on AI.
Steam coming out of his ears. Like,
Merab's crazy. And he's, for me, for my eye. I mean, like DC was saying there. Like, everybody that's been following Merab now since, you know, him at least working his way to the title, even refusing to fight Aljo in the middle of it, pissed off the top brass, waited his time, and here he is now. He's on top of the mountain. He's a fucking goat, man. Like, I ain't seen. And when he got the belt, we said at the time, he's going to be holding this belt for a long time. It's not one of them that, you know, anyone can just go and take off of it. He's going to take a special night to take that belt away from Merab. So,
do you know how Merab cuts weight?
How does he cut weight?
He stops eating.
Just go on a fast.
He just stops eating on Tuesday.
And he has that much energy?
That's it. He just stops eating on Tuesday. That's how
I'm not gonna lie. I was 100% expecting you to come with like some kind of made-up Chuck Norris fact. Like, you know how Merab cuts weight? The weight just jumps off.
And it has that much
it's
energy.
scared of him.
Yeah, he doesn't.
How does it weaponize his cardio then? If he stops,
he's a machine. He just changes his settings.
Bro.
Thought you were going to say something like the way he cuts weight is he shaves his beard or some shit.
Yeah. No,
bro.
No, you bullshit.
Rumor has it that beard's made of granite, so I mean, it would take at least 15 pounds.
He's bullshitting, right? You bullshitting back then.
100%.
He worked in construction, so I'm only surprised if it is made of granite or something.
Right.
And I mean, he dived first into some ice. That, like...
Hey, Olin,
you know, I was thinking about it now when Mac Daniel was talking about it.
Is McDin bullshitting me?
I'm not bullshitting.
No, I mean, I haven't read that, but if he's saying it, I believe him. And I also agree with Adrian. Like, I did bridge construction for a year and a half, and let me tell you, that'll make a man out of a boy real quick.
Are you in on it? Are you in on it?
I was literally, no, mate, I'm not joking, but I was literally about to say, it seems to be anybody that's held a fucking hammer can be a champion. Like, you got Alex Pereira whacking a hammer off tires, champion. Marab working on construction, probably fucking hammer, yeah. Mighty Mouse working on houses and shit with a hammer, champion. Then you've also fucking got who else was it? Francis Ngannou working in the salt mines with hammer and axes, champion.
Does a chipping hammer count? Because I carried a chipping hammer.
The base of a UFC that can count, bro. The base of a UFC champ is a hammer.
Yeah, man, need the hammer. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
shift gear. Shevchenko's held a hammer or two.
Let's shift gear onto another fantastic fight. That was on 320. I tried to back then. You set me up, but I mean, and only you're terrible, but you was in on it. You was in on it.
I'm not setting you up, bro. That's legit. I'm telling you, it's the truth.
You was in on it, Olin.
I was in on nothing.
That's what's happening.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, man.
Right, I'll find the clip and I'll send it you. I'm not lying, bro.
For real?
I'm just saying, the man said it with confidence. He said it with his chest. I believe him.
For fucking stood on 10 toes, done a bid, the what? I mean,
fucking hell.
Man stops eating on
I don't know.
So he just does like a 72-hour fast every time he cuts weight.
Bro, I don't know how you weaponize cardio like that. If that's what
I literally mentioned after I saw him do the real weigh-ins, not the bullshit like ceremonial weigh-ins.
No
after
way.
he made weight on the scale, he's the only fighter that didn't like keel over and like slunch down and grab their water bottle from their coach. He walks over and he's like, yeah, whoa! He's like jumping up and down and shit. Like,
how does he do that?
How, bro? You got nothing in you.
No fucking no sauna, no cold plunge, no bullshit. Stops eating on a Tuesday.
That's wild.
Jesus Christ.
That's fucking mental.
I need to know just like how many pounds.
If that's true, that's mental. Let me get to this.
If he's not eating, he must be doing something to help shed that weight as well. Maybe moving around in a sweatsuit. Like
he's got to be
stop moving, bro. He's probably still going for runs. Yeah, I mean,
going for runs on the bike, hitting the Aerodyne.
So no intake, but yet he's still burning off like probably with like light training.
That's crazy.
It has to be.
That's crazy work.
How does he have that much cardio to fucking do what he does? I don't understand it. This guy breaks his own personal best in takedown fucking attempts every fucking fight.
It's all part of the head game. How far can you push your body?
Like how does he do?
Well, I think he doesn't have anything after he dived into the ice. Now it's like, you know,
it's crazy.
You know what I mean? So he doesn't have it anymore. It's like fuck that.
Shout out to Merab, man. Like, boy, you know, this guy will fucking take a big ass fucking scissors and start cutting.
Yeah, he just broke whatever part of the brain registers pain.
I mean? Like, I don't understand.
He's like, misery? I don't know what that is. I just cut weight. I don't eat since Tuesday.
Yeah, crazy. But yeah, from Merab, we jump onto this next clip right here, man. And is it Magdalene that went last or no? Olin went last.
It's up to you, big dog.
No, there was a Sean O'Malley clip, and that was Adrian. So.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, Adrian.
But all three of us went, so it's you now, Ola.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Jiri Prohaska made an appearance on the Ariel Helwani show yesterday and explained why he got emotional seeing Alex Bejeda beat Magomed Ankalaev. Jiri says it ultimately comes down to the fact that he realized he may have a trilogy with Alex.
Yeah, man.
Can you describe that? Why are you so emotional in that moment? It's so fascinating.
It's not because I was so happy that Alex won or Ankalaev lose that fight. I was so emotional because in that moment I really realized that Pereira won and there is a potential fight between me and him, and that means there is a third chance for me to be successful. This is something what you have to win or nothing. So I just realized this thing and I said to myself, man, that will be I think the biggest challenge of my life. And man, I really want to win. I know I'm taking a lot of risks in my fights, but I know I will find a way, whatever.
Olin, I'm gonna come to you. So I'm gonna come direct to you on this one, man, because I do not understand. You mentioned earlier on you do not want to see, put it on record, you do not want to see Alex Pereira and Ankalaev, but they're 1-1. But you'd like to see Jiri Prochazka, Pereira, trilogy, but it's 0-2. But it's 0-2. Why?
It doesn't matter if he's 0-15. You asked me, I'm still going to yell, let's go for that.
Whoa. Think about entertainment value. Entertainment value in Jiri.
They're allergic to having boring fights, bro.
Oh, my days. Hold on.
They're allergic to having boring fights.
Did you watch that Khalil Roundtree versus Jiri fight?
You switch. Hold on. I'm going to come to that. I'm trying to get at Olin here.
I'm coming!
Right? I'm trying to get at Olin here. You switch so fast, yeah? Because now, all of a sudden, you're a big fan of a Jiri and a Pereira fight. But when Ank was coming into this fight, you were fucking saying that. You were saying
I literally said, win, lose, or draw, Jiri should fight fucking Pereira next.
No. Jiri shouldn't be fighting Pereira next.
I said if Jiri beats Khalil and Pereira loses, they should still have a rematch. If Pereira wins, they should definitely have a rematch for the belt. If he doesn't go up to heavyweight and fight John Jones at the White House.
First of all, let's give Jiri's props in that fight against Khalil, because I don't want to fucking, just skim over that. I want you to, elaborate on Jiri's success going into that fight with Khalil, the turnaround, and what it means for him.
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, to Jiri Prochazka.
Congratulations.
Great job out there. You looked really good. Look, I mean, we'll call a spade as I always do, right? Like, he lost the first 2 rounds. I thought they were close. I thought that they were competitive. I thought that he was in the fight at all moments of the fight, but he lost those 2 rounds on points. Jiri was the more technical, Khalil was the more technical fighter. He was doing Khalil things. He was fighting with that upright Thai style stance, and he looked really good doing it, as he oftentimes does. But it's as if Jiri went to the corner in between rounds 2 and 3 and just decided, I'm going to knock him out now. I will go for that. And he just came in and started using his right hand that we had thought for 7 minutes or so of the stream was fucking broken.
6 minutes, I pointed that out. I was like, boys, he's not using his right hand. Like, watch him. He ain't using that right hand. Like,
and with all due respect, like, he's not using his hand to the point to where not only are we noticing, but his opponent is noticing. He starts literally dropping that left hand more and more. And I don't know if any of us were thinking that he was playing possum, but he was. And he, like, the way that he fights, you can't tell if something is actually injured or not, because he's always with the hands down, moving his head, no hands up here for guard, right? Like, so if his arm is down at his fucking, like, waist, you're like, oh, it's just Jiri being Jiri. And then he throws and uncorks something from the hip, just fires from the hip and hurts you. And we saw the look on Khalil's face when he landed that first right. It literally looked like it registered, like, oh, fuck, he threw the right. What just happened? I thought that was hurt. Mm-hmm. And then he threw it a second, the third time. And then by that time, he's already in quicksand, as I like to call it. Like, he's up shit's creek without a paddle. He's in a bad situation.
It was also, sorry to jump in, but just while you're there on that point of the fight, like, it was also like, we said it on the live stream. Jiri was like pulling his shots constantly. He wasn't committing to the flying knee. He wasn't
overthinking everything.
He wasn't wanting to walk in and get caught by the power of Khalil. And that was also, Khalil probably thought, I've got the momentum here. Yeah, I mean, he's concerned about getting clipped. He doesn't want to come in. He doesn't want to do this. He doesn't want to push forward. I'm going to keep him on the back foot. I'm going to keep him guessing, and I'm just going to keep picking him apart.
And to the point of, like, he's felt my power.
Khalil nearly got him out of there. He rocked him at one point. It wobbled him.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like he hurt him twice. There was one moment where he, again, Jiri was overthinking. He went for a flying knee, or I should say he thought about going for a flying knee. And then he caught him in the air. That was in round 2, I believe, but I believe it was round 1. He went for a flying knee, goes for it, drops his like hands as he's coming down and throws a right hand that glances, like, doesn't really do anything to Khalil. Khalil bats him away and then just smashes him with a right hook. And you see Jiri do a 180, like, turn around in a circle and literally go, fuck. Cause, like, he got blasted, bro. So, like, there were multiple moments like that in the fight where he was eating shots, but he adjusted, man. It's like he decided to turn it on. And you and me, Ola, during the live stream, we said it multiple times, he's a flow state fighter. And if you can disrupt that rhythm and not allow them to get into that flow state, you can beat a flow state fighter. I don't want to say easily, but pretty masterfully. And he was doing that for the first like 12 minutes of that fight. But just like that, Jiri turned it on. He started flowing. His head started slipping out of the way of strikes, started landing his own. And just as Bruce Lee says, right, he became water. He crashed.
I just want to address Lord of the Pies there. Where's all the taps and all the leg kicks from Khalil, and that Jiri should have been on one leg by round 3.
I couldn't agree more. I was looking for them leg kicks, man.
I got something for you. He landed leg kicks up until Jiri fucking checked one that was supposed to go to the body with his knee. After that moment, Khalil threw 2 leg kicks for the entirety of the rest of the fight. And let me tell you, I would have too.
let's also bounce back to the Rakic fight.
Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, Jiri's like, fuck your leg kicks, brother. Yeah, I mean, you can snap these motherfuckers and I'm still going to come. Yeah, I mean, it was like Monty Python. Jiri'd be down on 2 knees. He'd be down
just
on
flesh
2
wound,
knees.
sir.
Just but a flesh
just
wound.
but a flesh wound.
Come on, then.
Oh, no, your legs off.
No, just before we get to the last video, Adrian, you got something on Jiri? You got something on Jiri? I mean, he's a fantastic fighter, and
I'll be honest.
He's lost twice.
I actually like. Yeah. I liked his reaction that he had. You know, that like, he looked like he was gonna like shed some tears there when he saw Alex win the fight. But I think maybe he deserves to have a third fight with him. It's not like it's a direct third fight. He fought someone else before, you know, to get back to that position, and that was Rontry, obviously. And Rontry was one that fought Alex his last fight, and he lost. So, yeah, just the way things fall into place, and it will give Ankalaev time to recover if he's got broken ribs. Why have book a rematch immediately? Give the guy time to rest. Things can change. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, for Ankalaev, it's not necessarily fighting Pereira for the third time. It's about fighting for the championship. So whoever has the championship at that time. But from an entertainment perspective as well, I'd love to, and just the story as well, I think to see Poatska fight against Poatan again would be cool. I think I think Alex could beat him again, but you never know. Maybe he learns third time lucky. He gets something. He maybe pulls something out the bag that Alex hasn't seen, and he actually gets it done. Because I think he's got the capability to do that. But yeah, why not? Let's see them have a third fight. I like Jiri. I like the way he fights. He's like you say, a flow state kind of fighter, and he's got that like the samurai demeanor and the warrior like characteristic that he has. Like, I like him. He's cool. I like his character. I've always liked him from the beginning. So give him a third one. Why not? Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's go for that.
We keep mentioning, we keep mentioning about if Alex is staying there, if Alex is there, if he's going to go up to heavyweight, or what's he going to do. Alex was asked about this in the press conference after the fight, and he said that he'd already spoken with Dana and Hunter and all the rest of them, that given how active he is, he said he doesn't see a reason why, because obviously Dana came out earlier this year and said, if you're wanting to move up a weight class, 1, you need to prove it, and 2, you're vacating that motherfucking belt. You ain't sitting around here and sitting on a belt and going between them. And that's for the type of champions that only fight once, potentially twice a year. And then you get somebody like Alex Pereira, where we discussed earlier about how active he is, and that's exactly what he said. I've already spoke to these guys. They know how active I am. I don't think I'll be vacating that light heavyweight.
Okay. We shall see. I mean, he's done enough to make certain demands from the UFC, and sometimes they accommodate demands like that for fighters that they deem as superstars, for the company. So yeah, I can definitely see that happening.
Khalil has definitely got something to work on though, because I wouldn't say arguably, he won round 1 and 2, arguably 3 against Alex Pereira, until he stepped forward and got KO because he started gassing, and you saw the same kind of body language, you got the same kind of feel in this round 3 from him, where he got cracked and all of a sudden he just seems to have no gas left in his limbs, man, and he was just throwing things out there just to try and just try.
Do you think
there wasn't anything in it towards the end, and it was very
heavyweight
similar.
Khalil.
Adrian, do you think is the way his build is makeup, because he's so jacked And they do talk about when you got body like that, you struggle for tank and oxygen.
Who are you talking about now? Sorry, I missed that.
Khalil Roundtree.
Khalil, well, your muscles run out of the
It
oxygen.
could be, I mean, it could be
The reason
like,
why-
you know, when you've got that extra bit of weight, it does slow you down. And I mean, even I can feel it sometimes when I go into like the low 80s or start going into the 80s. I can feel it, and it definitely does like slow you down. And he's a big, bulky dude as well. So I can definitely imagine that it would take a lot more energy out of him, you know, being heavy. But then again, he might be compromising his power for that. And maybe that's something that helps him a lot, you know, which I think it is. But yeah, if he can work on his gas tank, I think it wouldn't be a problem. It's not a big issue where it's like he's too big, it makes him unfit kind of thing. I think it's just maybe he needs to put a bit more effort into his gas tank so that he's able to carry that. Maybe try and structure his conditioning sessions in a way that his body's able to carry that extra weight. Then it shouldn't be a problem. It's not like a massive like detriment. It's like, oh, I'd rather fight at a lighter weight. I mean, that could maybe help, but I think it's just a conditioning factor. It's not like that he can't, you know.
You can't fix it.
Okay. Even on the back of this comment, even if you just try to wrap him up in a clinch, I mean, if you went into that, because they were clinching at one point and Jiri managed to separate and create a bit of space and then come at him again. But if you managed to actually just keep him in that Muay Thai clinch and keep him there and just hold him and just stay in the pocket and throw some dirty punches, some uppercuts, whatever, and just keep it active and keep it busy for a little bit more.
Do you think he had an adrenaline dump trying couple times where he nearly got Jiri out of there and Jiri was still in front of him playing possum with one hand, and when he got cracked with it, he just thought, bro, and like, what more can I do to get this guy out? And this is why I'm giving Jiri so much praise, because I thought all Khalil's got to do is just play possum of your own, just play around for this last round. You won the first two, you know, and you win the fight. But Khalil doesn't fight like that. He's all in. Like he's pedal to the metal, and is wherever he's taking us. But it's taking him to 2 straight losses. I'm not sure if the UFC is going to be as generous to Khalil as they are to Jiri, coming back off of 2 losses, getting to the title. I'm just saying. I think they will, because he's been in 2 bangers.
Yeah, he's an exciting fighter. They need exciting fighters. They're not in the business of cutting those types of guys right now, I think.
Who, Khalil or Jiri?
Yeah, they won't cut either one of those guys. Khalil, Jiri, like they would have kept Dustin Poirier until he was 55 if he wanted to keep fighting. Like, if you're an exciting fighter, you are in the UFC business. And if they know about you and you're an exciting fighter, bro, great. If you can get fans to know who you are, even better. And these guys have great fan followings.
All right, we got one more here for the people. Let's see. I'm come to you on this one, Magdalene. Let's hear it.
Sean Strickland has completely shut down a rematch with Israel Adesanya and instead wants to face Anthony Hernandez next. He believes that a victory over Hernandez could position him for a title shot against Khamzat Chimaev. In an interview with MMA Junkie, Sean said, "I don't want Izzy. I'm not gonna fight Izzy. I think it's the easier fight for me, but like, I want to fight that little Chechnyan, so that's kinda where I'm at. I want to fight somebody like Fluffy. Fluffy puts me in title contention, especially with him. Like, all he does, he's like the American Chimaev. So you go, I just out-wrestle that for like 5 rounds. Then it's like, you, go beat your cans and let me know when you're ready. That's kinda what I'm looking for. I'm looking for more fights that put me back in title contention. It doesn't matter, dude. He's coming off losses. I think Izzy, go paint your nails. Go pet your dog. Go be a superstar. I want to fight Chimaev. A lot of it feels like a personal vendetta because I'm the only one who beats Chimaev. Chimaev knows this. His camp knows this. Everybody knows this. I'm the only one that can beat you. I've wrestled with all the guys that he's going to fight. He's going to steamroll them."
Number one, I've never agreed with Sean Strickland in my life, but I agree with him on this one. Easy should go and paint his nails, go and pet his dog, Go and be a superstar. I've been begging. Why are you acting surprised? Olin knows. I've been saying it for time. This ain't no boss situation. You know, I've been saying I don't want to see Easy fight again after he lost to Imavov. Like I agree with Sean. Strickland.
You feel about Izzy at this point the way I felt about Rashad Evans in his last 3 fights. Right. I get it wholeheartedly.
Right. You know, go do all those things. Go be a superstar. All right. But in terms of looking at from Strickland perspective, do you think a fight with Fluffy is a good route for him? Because we know what Fluffy been doing in this division. He is a crazy motherfucker. But do you think Fluffy is the right path for him to go?
100%. Sean Strickland's working his way towards the latter end of his career. If he wants to get another title shot and if he wants to fight Chimaev, he needs to go out there and do it against somebody that's been so dominant already. And that's Alexander Fluffy. You know what I mean? Like, he needs to go out. Anthony. He needs to go out there and beat him. And the one thing that we don't see Sean do in his fights is wrestle. But he has got legit wrestling skills. You know what I mean? But Sean's been out now for fucking how long? Is he suspended or is he like through an injury or what? I can't even remember what it was.
He's out because he jumped the cage and punched somebody in a regional fight after their fight concluded.
Right, okay.
After they had fought one of his people he trains.
One of his guys. Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah. So,
it's to be determined when they'll lift that, but as of right now, he's suspended indefinitely.
And he looks thick. Yeah, I mean, that boy's been putting some fucking.
He just got married yesterday.
Yeah, I know. Somebody put that in the chat earlier on as well. So, big, massive fucking shout out to the British MMA scene. What's happening, brother? Sean versus Hernandez. Let's make it happen. 100%. If it's going to get in towards a title fight, that's the fight that he needs to go for. Because who else in the division is he going to beat that's going to put him for a title contender straight after that? And I'm not going to lie, boys, but you want to see Hamzat versus Strickland. You want to see that press conference. You want to see the build-ups to that fight. And you want to see what's going to happen when they get in that ring. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. What do you think, Adrian? Do you think Sean beats Chimaev like he's claiming? I mean, 185 is... Yeah. Talk to us.
First of all, Sean Strickland talks a lot of shit. Like, fuck. There's no one that like, he just fucking does it. Yeah, filter, and he just says whatever comes to his mind sometimes, and he doesn't sometimes think it through properly. But I think Sean Strickland and Chimaev would be a nice fight to see. I think it will be entertaining, just like Matane says, with the press conference, the shit talk and stuff. And I think it will be a nice heated rivalry to see. I've never seen much of Sean Strickland's wrestling, so I think that would be nice to see as well if we put him to the test and maybe put his money where his mouth is. Because I mean, he says he's this wrestler and he's got these skills, so cool. Then put it to the test against someone that's going to bring it out of you. And I also believe that if he wants to get a title shot, you know, he's going to have to fight those guys that are in that spotlight right now, and especially being away for so long. Like, yeah, I mean, you got to beat the guys that are on the up, or those guys that are next in line in order for you to get your spot for the title. So yeah, why not? And I think, like I said, Sean Strickland and Chimaev would be a nice fight. I think it'll be very entertaining.
That's a damn good question right there as well, Grammy.
Yeah, Olin, I mean, you got something on this topic? I know you're fact checking some situations there, but you know, in terms of Strickland and Hamza, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on it?
I mean, I'd love to see Strickland versus Hamzat. I think it would be a great press conference. I think, as Adrian alluded to, we'd see a lot of shit talk. Sean Strickland may not be the best at talking shit, but he certainly does it the most. And I think Hamzat's the type of guy that would probably shut him up very quickly inside of the octagon. I don't think that match would be super duper competitive. I think they've trained together. I think there's a reason that Sean doesn't talk about it a whole lot. And there's also a reason that, 2-3 of his gym partners admitted that Sean asked him to go lighter on himself and the other guys in the gym because he was going too hard. Him being Hamzat, you can look that up. I'm not making it up, right? So
clip, it's legit.
Yeah, like that's a real thing that happens. So for me, if I'm asking a guy, hey, can you take it easy? Can you go a little bit lighter? That guy's gonna kill me in a fucking fight, bro. Let's just keep it 100% honest here. So I'd rather see Sean Strickland fight Fluffy. Fluffy just got a canceled bout against Reinier de Ridder. I think that fight has a lot of hype behind it. I think it would be an equally as good press conference. Both guys speak very good English, and Fluffy's not bad on the mic. I think he's very underrated on the mic. He just doesn't get asked enough questions to really utilize it. So yeah, I mean, as of right now, it looks like they've already worked to get the sentencing kind of pushed back a little bit. So Sean should be eligible to fight as of December 29th, 2025. He can actually reduce that sentence if he decided to do anti-bullying or anger management courses.
And that ain't going to happen. He'll ride it out and come back.
So it'll be December 29th, boys and girls.
So January, you see the return of Sean Strickland in January 2026.
So do we know if he can fight overseas though?
I don't believe he can fight overseas.
All right, okay.
Yeah, I think his ability to fight is just not there at this point in time.
Interesting.
Who was it who issued the ban?
It was the NSAC that issued the ban.
Yeah, right, okay.
Yeah, it was directly from the commission.
Each state has their own commission as well, though. That's the thing. So it was like...
So they could negotiate with other commissions.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, they could try and negotiate, but again, like it would be probably. I don't know that the juice would be worth the squeeze if I'm Sean Strickland.
Interesting. Anyways, we'll keep an eye on it. Salute to everybody that's joined us. Big up every single one of you that whether you're watching live or playback, you've been fantastic. Make sure you're following everybody on the panel. Adrian Rayo Sanchez, the son of thunder. Make sure you go follow his page. He's over there on Instagram preparing for his fight. I'm sure we're going to bring him back one more time just before we get around to your fight. As you draw closer to it, we're going to leave you alone, let you train, let you get your head in the game, and whatever links and page that you got for the people, for us to support you, so we can support you on your journey, on this lightweight journey. We're going to do that for you, brother, as always. So salute to you, my bro. Thank you for giving your time. You're always generous with it. And my boy McDane, my boy Olin, salute to you, man. We're chopping it up again. We're going to be back Friday, Oliveira and Gamrot. I'm fucking fighting for my life, bro. It's 3 points, man. I'm reeking it, man. Hey, bro, I don't
tough
like
card to
it,
pick.
Man. I feel uncomfortable. I'm coming! I feel uncomfortable, bro, but we go right through this stuff. We go right through this stuff. Anyhow.
Hey, one more.
Hey, Adesanya, come to daddy.
Yeah, fucking dickhead. Anyways, man, people.
I'm gonna smash your boy.
They keep on coming, son.
Up until the next one, man. We're out of here, man. Salute. Love.
Hey guys, this is John Anik from the UFC. You're watching the Fight Week Show. Please subscribe. Not now, but right now. Subscribe to the Fight Week Show. We'll see you guys on the road soon.